Hi, I'm Zander, and I'm here through the power of manifestation, and I'm not sorry about it.
And cut.
I just got chills. Why is that happening?
The power of manifestation. And
I'm not sorry about it.
Absolutely shouldn't be sorry about it.
Oh.
Okay, well, we're not live. But I'm gonna post this as if we're live because I'm not editing that out. That's our intro.
That's your intro. I feel like we all have to do an intro now.
Okay. It's, you know what it's giving? It's giving like or the Housewives, Real
Yes.
Housewives. Like,
Yeah.
But I feel like I should turn like.
You should turn.
Well, how do you even beat that?
Yeah, I don't even know.
You can't even.
Sorry, I set the bar too high. I should have gone last.
You did.
That
And
was
what are you
amazing.
gonna say?
I think, okay, what is it? No well-behaved woman ever made history, or something.
Well-behaved women rarely make history.
That's
Well,
what it
fuck,
is.
there it is.
There it is.
I will be editing this after all, it seems like.
All right. No well-behaved woman ever made history. That's true.
And I have like a poisonous apple in my hand. That's how I would do my intro.
I feel like it's always like it's always that kind of like melody.
Oh, that's a fun project. I think we should do that.
We should do one of
I think we
those.
should do
Okay.
a Real Housewives
Like
for
turn
rituals.
around. Yes.
Or have like
the divas of the treehouse.
a housewife party. Like themed party in pajamas and everybody wear their pajamas.
I don't need a reason to wear my pajamas to a party,
Everyone would
but
just
I
would
would
wear
love that.
their
Clearly. Alright, I feel like we've derailed a little bit.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and introduce us
Welcome
again.
back to our channel. This is Ritual Space. Typically we go live, but we had some technical difficulties. We are elevating our production, and I learned some things today. I learned what not to do. So we're here. And I'm so happy that you're both here. We have Zander and Theresa, and you should introduce yourselves.
I already did.
Do it again.
Oh,
'Cause I might
I'm
mess it
Zander,
up.
and I'm here through the sheer power of manifestation. I'm not sorry about it.
Okay, I am so not that good. So I'm just gonna introduce myself. I am Theresa Ayers, and I am, what am I? I'm an astrologer and a tarot reader and a conscious living diva. That's what
Period.
I am.
Hell yes, and it's so good to have you on the pod. So exciting. We really just yap. That's what we do. We yap with pals that come through this space who are wanting to promote their businesses and just talk about what they're passionate about. And I know you're so passionate about astrology and tarot, esoteric teaching. So excited to dive into that conversation with you. And we'll have a little bit to like make other plugs as well as we go.
Sure.
Because you're doing stuff too.
Oh yeah, I'm always doing something.
What are you doing?
Well, I have a pole show this weekend.
Yeah, you do.
Through Starlight Pole Studio. Look at them up on Instagram, but they're doing a Rocky Horror Picture Show showcase downtown at the Arts Museum.
Sydney Byrne.
Doors open at 6. The show starts at 7, and we've sold out VIP. We only have a few general admissions left. So if you're interested.
Wow.
And so what does it look like? How is it? It's
How is
just
it
one
conducted?
big party and then you're
So what's going to happen is you're gonna come in. From my understanding,
Sit in your seat.
you're gonna sit in your seat. I believe they will be serving drinks there. But it is going to be emceed by a local drag queen, Emma Rose. I'm so sorry. And everyone will be doing a poll number to one of the songs, and Emma will be kind of guiding the story through from song to song. There'll be an opportunity for everyone in the audience to do the time warp when that comes around. There's also a raffle, I believe. So it's very attractive. It seems like it's gonna be a great show.
Like fun.
I think it's gonna be a lot of
sounds
fun. I
like
think that's doing this showcase versus other showcases. I think that's the energy I'm leading into it, is just like, you have to have fun,
Yeah.
right? It's more about having fun than anything else. So, yeah.
Are you a Rocky Horror fan?
Okay,
I
well.
could be. I could be anything, right? Honestly, I could be.
right.
I just never went, right?
Yeah.
And that's not because I would dislike it or like it. It's just I never got around to it, right?
I think it's
But
going
I
to be a
could
little
be.
bit different from like a traditional movie
Well,
showing.
and I think, but I love pole dancing,
Then you should come.
and I, all
They
of
have
that
great
stuff.
performers.
I used to pole dance, so
Really?
Why haven't you come to a class?
I
Teresa.
You
a long
should.
time.
You should.
Yeah.
Let's
It
go.
was fun.
It is a lot of fun.
I've tried pole dancing. I've talked about it, I think, a few times on here. It's pretty upsetting to watch me pole dance. It's more
You-
of like me grasping
You
and
did
sliding
it.
down
You did it
the
once
pole.
Well,
or twice, and
I needed support.
you need support. But we also try to get you to do things that you may not have been ready for.
well, and this
Like,
you guys
the
have
most basic
taken
thing, though.
pole dancing to a whole new level, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Watching Zander and the House of Chaos do their
HOC.
thing, it is like, I don't know, like it's truly
Incredible.
ethereal. Yeah,
I'm lucky to have very talented friends, both
Yeah.
on and off the pole.
yeah, the strength that it takes. I had a burp stuff.
Which is a great segue for today's topic.
I was moved by what you said, but it was really burp. Oh God, I'm so unserious. It's great. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for that event.
Mhm.
We have some events happening here. October is full at Ritual Space.
Nice, nice.
It's a beautiful.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is
I
a cool
feel like
thing.
I just have a lot of conversations with people about the things that they want to do, and I'm like, great. How do we make it happen? And then it just happens,
Mhm.
and it's great. We have a Halloween party
Yes, we have a Halloween party.
at the end of the month,
Right,
which is
it's
so
going to be on the
exciting.
Tuesday, the 28th.
That's gonna be really fun. We're gonna have tarot readers.
Yeah, wearing costumes. Everybody should wear costumes. We're
Do you
gonna
wanna
have
read
witch
tarot?
Sure,
wine.
yeah.
We're gonna do witchy wine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great time to connect with. I mean, it's not just for women. I guess anyone can come.
Yeah.
Cool. It's gonna be.
We're
cool.
co-ed here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring your hot friends. We also have just a lot of other things. I have a little like event wall happening here. I need to rearrange some frames so it doesn't look so crazy, but we have a Yin and Yoga Nidra class happening in here on Sunday.
I bet that's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be so cozy in here. We're starting living room sessions, so really small, intimate, like movement and like meditation and sound healing and breath work, and it all happens mostly in these two rooms, but it really can expand outward. But it's just a unique experience. Obviously, we're not in a traditional studio. It feels like you're in your bestie's living room, and that's really what I want it to feel like. And so Zaylene Gonzalez is going to be doing Yin and Nidra with sound bowls. We'll have tea and pull some cards, and it'll be really, really nourishing for the full moon. And
Is that happening again?
Yeah. Isn't that odd how it happens every month?
Just every month.
Like every month it comes up.
yeah, it's coming again. I thought we just had it, right? Gee, this freaking moon's like a pest. We have Fika Friday happening on
Pardon your French.
Friday.
It is the what Friday?
Friday, October 10th, we have a gathering called Fika Friday. It's something. Fika means it's a Swedish term that means coffee time with friends.
Aww.
And so we're gonna have
I
like
love
a
that.
happy hour, a yappy hour in here on Friday the 10th, from 10 to 12. So come enjoy espresso. We have an espresso machine now. Hot
That's
tea.
good.
We'll have
Does a
some
good job.
snacks. But it's really just a way to like really just come enjoy the space. And I will be bringing some just like business resources. I think it'll be like a really comfortable way, cozy way for people to like present resources that people can utilize, while also just the priority is just enjoying
To
each other's
hang out.
company.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Hang out.
And you can either-
Sometimes it's really nice just to hang out.
I think so. And you can either stay for the day and work on Friday, or catch a bar class, a Pilates class next door at 12:15. But it's just gonna be a good time to connect with the growing community here. And then there's just like so much more happening. On the 11th, we have two events. We have from 8 to 12, we have the Self-Care Saturdays event. It is a Pilates class and wellness vendor market happening in here from 8 to 12 on Saturday the 11th. And then at 1 o'clock, Apricity Visuals is hosting their second cynotyping workshop, but will be cynotyping clothes, and I'm really excited. Yay, I'm really excited. So that will be a double header, so come for the whole day. Come by, but check out the website. It's updated with events. And you catch us here every Wednesday live.
I'm disappointed in that I'm going to be missing Bloom School.
Yeah. Well, you've already missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going on.
I
think I used the present progressive.
Yeah.
I'm going to be.
Bloom School is cool. It started last Thursday. It is a 4-week class series. And Heather Gonzalez is the master gardener that's hosting, and it's such a vibe. We were drinking wine and talking about gardening, but her focus is to help us understand like the local, like Southwest Florida growing season. We have like 3, actually. We have 3 different growing seasons happening locally. So like she's helping us learn like what plants are native, when you can plant things, which now is kind of the best time to start your garden.
It is now.
Which is not the same.
We're
as
the
up
winter
north.
gardeners. We're the winter gardeners.
And we can really garden all year round.
Well, but it's root vegetables in the summer, right?
Yeah.
It's underground because we're so hot.
Crazy.
Yeah, so that's been really
Yeah.
like formative because I grew up in the north and I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing. I'm a houseplant mom, but I would really love to learn how to grow food and herbs. I'm gonna start with like a container garden because my space is limited.
I bought a box.
Yeah.
And then on the bottom it has like a rack so I can put my tools. And then I'm gonna start with like herbs, leafy vegetables, and something else. I don't know what that is. But it's
Flowers would be
like about
like zinnias. I feel like those would be easy to grow. Whatever. You wanna whatever you wanna grow. You can grow whatever you want.
I don't know about flowers. I want to eat. It's kind of like it's the food thing. I want to do like a salad bowl,
Ooh.
right? So you think about what would you put in the salad. But I have a thing for basil and rosemary, like they're my favorite scents. I love them. Love them. And cilantros, I could wear it as a perfume, you know. So
Ooh, yum. I have some basil seeds if you want some.
I might take you up on that. I had a friend who really
The Power of Garden Club.
great.
abundance of seeds. Well, I'm so excited you're here because we've been talking about having you on the pod for a minute.
Yeah.
And also like the conversation of what does Theresa want to talk about? Because
Because I do a lot of different things.
you do so much. You have so much wisdom.
Well,
It's always a blast talking to you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I think the biggest thing I think is I'm a spiritualist, and I started reading tarot. Well, I picked up my first tarot cards. I was living in Hawaii, and I was 16, and I went to a fair, and there were these cards there, and I thought they were wicked cool, and that kind of started the journey. And then over an eon or so, I've studied all kinds of different spiritual modalities, and tarot was kind of my doorway into esoteric teachings, right? So doing something different. And then being introduced to astrology and the different traditions in astrology. So typically we all know about Western astrology, right? But it's very personality centric, right? It's all about, you know, what's happening to us right here and right now. And most people understand their sun sign, right? And so all they need is like the month and the day. But to really get a better understanding of who you are or the energies that you're working with, right, is to look at your chart, is to look at your birth chart. And in order to do that, you need the day, time, place. and the time being the most important aspect of it, because that gives you your full chart, and your rising sign is based upon the moment of your birth, and and the time is at that first breath when you were born, right? They write down the time of your birth. At least in this country, they do. We record birth and death. I don't know why, but we do it. So with that, we're able to determine what our chart is. And it's so funny because, so I'm an Aquarius, so that's what I knew about myself in terms of astrology. I was an Aquarius. But I didn't know that I was also an Aquarian moon, and that I was a Leo rising, right? Hence my hair has always been long, and typically, I used to do perms.
Hell yeah.
And that's the Leo.
Yes, that is a
It's
Leo.
giving.
Because, okay, so when we think about the moon, okay, so the sun is who you are on the deeper core of you. But this is from a Western astrology position. It's the deepest core of you. Your rising is who you present yourself to be. It's who the world sees.
Okay.
They don't see your sun. They see who your rising sign. And then your moon is how you emotionally interpret or process the world, right? So, as an Aquariuses are the humanitarians of the zodiac. And you would think that would make us soft and fuzzy, but it doesn't. Because Aquarians see the bigger picture. They have to see the whole picture in order for them to be of any service, right? And so they're very independent thinking. They border a little bit on paranoia that somebody's going to try and make them change their minds. They're rebellious. As an Aquarian child, it can be incredibly difficult because they're incredibly rebellious, just as my mother. And I remember me, and I was terribly. I was a lot of work. They'd probably had me on drugs today, because back then they didn't have any. Today they have drugs. So I was a wild child. But I have that Leo rising, which gives me my sunny personality. And so I don't necessarily take myself so seriously. And that's where the big loyalty in the heart comes from, right? So when we look at the different aspects of astrology, it helps us understand ourselves on a deeper level. Like I have Venus in the 7th house, and the 7th house is partnerships. And Venus is love. Well, we know Venus, right? Beauty, love, but it's also money. So my money would be, my money can be tied to partnerships. So partnerships, being in a business partnership, that kind of stuff would be really good. I mean, to know that. And because Venus is love, I'm more apt to be in long-term relationships and partnerships. Marriage becomes very important for me because it's in the 7th house of partnerships. Venus was in the 5th house, I'd be falling in love all the time.
And what is
right?
the 5th house?
The 5th house is joy, fun, and love and pleasure and that, right? And so I would be falling in and out of love all the time because I'd be more apt to be in love with love. In the 7th house, I'm really focused on a partnership. Now, this is the kicker. I have Pisces. So we call it Pisces at the door, right? So it's like in the 7th house, I have Pisces and I have Venus inside that 7th house. It's kind of hard having Pisces right there because Pisces is really romantic. So I like romance, but I can also be delusional.
I was just about to say, I was like, that sounds like the two go together.
Right.
But yeah,
Well,
that's
right, because you think about Pisces as Neptune as its planet, right? So illusions are one of the aspects of Pisces, right? Not seeing things. It's kind of, I like to say sometimes, it's kind of like looking at life through a fish tank. You can see it, but it's all kind of wavy and it doesn't come in real clear. Now, I know that, I'm aware of it. So by being aware of it, I can really make sure that I'm seeing things the way that they are and not the way that I want them to be. Right?
And yeah, I think that touches on a really good point. I think on what a lot of, from at least what I've seen, a lot of modern astrology takes are, which is kind of this, well, I'm this sign, so that's my excuse, versus these are my charts, these are my traits, and let me use this to bring better awareness to maybe how I'm
These
experiencing
patterns
these
or
patterns.
Right, and how I can use it for my own well-being. Right.
That's the power behind it, rather than just being like, oh well, I'm over dramatic because I'm a Leo, and just it's who I am.
That's who I am,
right?
That is so in Western astrology, that's kind of what Western astrology is about. You try to take a deeper dive because you see your whole natal chart, and your natal chart is really the first doorway to, I think, self-discovery. It starts the journey of learning about who you are, right? And then you can take it to another step, and that's, I just love this so much. So there is a new astrological journey that's based on soul-centered astrology. We call it soul-centered astrology. It's based on esoteric teachings. And the concept with soul-centered astrology is that it helps you understand what your purpose is for being here. It is so much more spiritual than personality driven. It works to keep you in alignment, right, with source. But with soul-centered astrology, the driving force is the rising sign, because that is your doorway to your purpose. It shows you what you're here to do. And then your sun sign is the energy that you're going to use to help you through that transition, right? And then your moon sign is, not only is it emotional, how you feel about things, but an added layer is added that it's a karmic healing. It's something that you're healing from your past karmic life, right? That together, those three help you move into your purpose and ideally achieve your purpose for being here. So if we think about, having Leo as the rising sign, and then we have Aquarius as the energy that Leo is working with to help achieve its purpose. And then of course Aquarius again is that healing point, right? So when I look at that, and the work I started with was the recognition that Leo is ideology of the self. Leos are very self-driven, self-aware, right? In detriment, egotistical, arrogant.
Say more things.
Egotistical, arrogant, very royalty, right? So in the royalty aspect,
surprise.
There's that, king or queenly attitude. Everyone is, they're servants per se. I rise above, and depending, there's detriment and exaltation, right? So everybody likes negative and positive, right? But I see it as detriment. This is where the work needs to be done. Exaltation is that you're doing the work, right? And you're moving toward perfection. So when we think about Leo in the sense that it's the rising sign, it's utilizing your own personal dynamics to help walk through, but but you're using Aquarius as the energy. So it's really the understanding that everybody, every person on this planet is unique. It's a unique, important aspect to the tapestry of the whole. So Leo is learning that Leo alone and being independent doesn't really achieve anything. Is it important? Is that Leo important? Absolutely. But it is a knowledge of the collective that Leo brings to the table. And it is a collective energy. And it is the one in the many that is moving that dynamic. And that is the purpose, is the understanding of how that energy works. Right? So it's like...
And so that drive you said from like moving the collective, that comes from the Aquarius side.
Absolutely,
Okay.
because it's a humanitarian, right? So
What does
Aquarius is looks at the whole,
It's like,
and Leo looks at the individual. But it takes both of those. It takes our individual self in the collective to create the magic. We can't create the magic outside of the collective. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
We're just a little effective for ourselves.
I feel that. I
go
feel
ahead.
like every Taurus meme, I like don't want it to be true, but it is. You know, the stereotypes of Taurus is sleeping and eating, and that's it.
Okay, but that's from the personality perspective.
Yeah.
What is the soul perspective of Taurus? Taurus is Venus, right?
Yeah.
Love and beauty, right? And
you can love and beauty and get egotistical.
from the section, right? From the energy. So when in Soul Center, we're looking above, right? We're talking spiritually, not ego, right? We're talking from source, and how can I take that energy and move that in, right?
Yeah.
From even Tauruses are still also thoughtful, planners, manifestors, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful people, right? And Leos are amazing, by the way.
Oh, I mean,
Leos
I know.
They have
self-awareness.
absolutely big hearts. They're very loyal. They roar and they're over it.
Yeah.
I mean, really, they say their piece and they're done. They let it go, right? Unless they have something else in their chart that likes to hold on, like maybe cancer.
Some of that.
I can't let go.
They're so bad.
Where's your Cancer place?
A couple places, I think. I think there's like 2 places, I can't remember. Astrology is my weak point, which is why I think I love talking to you so much, especially about this kind of stuff, because I always take something away from it that just kind of really broadens my horizon. I stick in a very like narrow lane of tarot, which
But
I know
astrology shows
is
through
right.
in
I
tarot
know,
quite a
I
bit.
know the hypocrisy
Oh
of that
no!
statement.
And really, astrology is part of tarot because each card is representative by a planet, a sign. I mean, what is wonderful about tarot is if you've ever studied the Kabbalah, which is the tree of life, it is the tarot that is placed in between the saffrons. It is that card that creates the journey between the two. So let's say you're at Malkuth, which is earth, and you're coming up to Yesod, right, which is the foundation. Then there is a tarot card there that's going to be your path, that's going to help you make that journey, right, between the two. Tarot is incredible. It's a story of life.
Yeah. It's like everything.
It's our journey. Especially the major arcana, right? Just the major arcana is that big journey.
Right.
Story of the hero, right? It's incredible. I love it.
How long have you been reading tarot cards?
Since I was 16.
16. Oh, it's right. How long have you been reading them?
4 years? 3 years? 4 years.
4 years.
Might be coming up on my 4-year anniversary this month.
Wow.
It could be, though. You could have read them for like 500 years.
Potentially.
Yeah.
You know, because like I think I knew that when I picked them up that there was something that, I mean, it wasn't the first time that I've touched tarot cards, right? I absolutely knew that. Being a spiritualist, this is not my first journey. I feel like I've been all kinds of different religions. Even when I was a kid, I just wanted to go to all the churches. I just wanted to see all the churches. And I lived on base, and I would get up in the morning, I'd catch the bus, and I'd just go to a church. I just went to a church, and I liked to sing in the church, but I just wanted to know what they were going to talk about.
Yeah.
And I was like 10, and I would just go. My family didn't go.
I was going to say, were you raised religious?
No.
Religiously?
My grandmother was, I was baptized Catholic, and I love a Latin Mass. Have you ever heard of Latin Mass? Is it not the most beautiful
it's
thing?
very pretty. Yeah.
It is. I love it, right? It sounds so amazing to me. So, but I just like all churches. And so I think I've always kind of been traveling around.
Absolutely. There's a lot of like religious context in the tarot as well. It's like you find Christianity and Catholicism in it. You find the Kabbalah. You find
Absolutely.
Astrology.
The Hierophant.
Yeah.
The Hierophant is traditional religion, traditional way of doing things, right?
Yeah.
Traditional teachers, traditional teaching, right?
And that card's also a card for Taurus.
Yes.
What's the connection there? Like structure, stability?
I would think so.
Higher wisdom?
Yeah. And then we have to look at it from a soul-centered position as well, right? Holding the cup, right? That deep knowing, right? Doing it traditionally, the right traditional way. Where is Taurus in your chart?
It's my moon.
You have a Taurus moon?
Yes.
Do you know what house it is in?
No.
Okay, you guys have to start playing
Libra.
Libra. So you're a Libra. Your purpose is tied to being a Libra, balance. And then your sun is a Leo. Ooh, Leo's teaching you to take charge. Libras have a hard time making decisions, right? And holding. I have my North Node is in Libra. And that is the sign of the diplomat. It's the sign of the communicator. And so being a communicator, being able to, you know, create situations or help support situations of conflict and bringing it into a peaceful resolution. And that Leo is the energy you're using to help you get through that. So being able to feel comfortable standing in that energy, that's what the Leo is bringing in, is allowing you to feel comfortable about standing in that energy. Because Libra alone would not be comfortable in that. It takes lifetimes to work through, you know, and I know, as I have a North Node in Libra, and so that's like in Western astrology, your North Node is your soul's purpose, right? And so I would always say, this is how it is. This is how it is, and this is the way it is, and this is the way it is. And then tomorrow I would go, you know, this is how it is. This is the way it is, and you know, it was like, it would be the opposite. And my friends would be like, I thought yesterday it was this. Well, I read something last night.
I changed my mind. Okay, so I did some astro math. If you're a Libra rising, that makes you a Leo in the 11th house.
Okay. Sure, I will take your word for it. I am not here to contradict.
So that means your Taurus would show up in your 8th?
No. If his Leo is his sun. right? So 11th house. So now this is where it gets so neat.
We need that whiteboard.
Okay, now think about this. This is wicked, right? So your Leo is sitting in the 11th house of Aquarius.
What does that mean necessarily? So like the 11th
So
house.
the
of
11th
Aquarius.
house is Aquarius.
Okay.
So every house has its own sign, right? We know it
Okay.
starts with Aries and it goes around and it ends
Mm.
with Pisces, right? That is the natural way the chart looks. Now the way our birth runs, then our charts look different, right? From the natural chart. So your Leo is sitting in the 11th house,
Okay.
but that is the house of Aquarius.
Oh, okay.
So you're okay, which means that you're working with both of those energies. Your Leo is swimming around in Aquarius. That's the best way I can say it.
Okay.
But Aquarius is the opposite of Leo. So there are challenges for you. So if you're in the 11th house, that's a house of Aquarius, humanity, big organizations. Oh, wow. And then you've got that Libra. So your purpose, we've talked about your purpose. We know that your Leo helped you stand in the energy of the diplomat. And that Aquarius is saying, go big, my boy.
Okay. Is this why I have like an authority
I love
complex?
that.
Is this why I have like an authority complex sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. The
Okay.
Aquarius, well, both the Leo's going to give you that, but being an Aquarius doesn't hurt that, right?
Okay.
Or
Really
won't
supports
soften it.
All right.
I mean, when I
Makes it
was
intellectual.
younger, people would say to me, oh my God, you're so arrogant. I would, thank you. Like, I would be, thank you. And they would like, that is not a
It's
compliment.
not the compliment you think it says.
Oh.
Oh.
I like it. I like being arrogant is good. I like it.
But then tomorrow you'll be like, so I've been thinking.
So I've been thinking about it.
No, that took years to
Oh,
get to that where I learned
Mm.
humility and
I see.
calming myself.
You came into your exalted Aquarius.
Exaltation. Leo. It's a Leo that's like, there's a whole.
She's robust.
So that's the thing. So your
Okay.
house is really important because it's not just the fact that Leo's in the 11th house. We look at what the 11th house represents, but we also look at what's the planet, right? So the planet is also Uranus, so there will be change. The ability to make change, right? To see things from more of an eclectic kind of perception, because Aquarius has Uranus. Also, Aquarius used to have Saturn, so the ability to create structure is also there, because Aquarius really gets both. They get Uranus and Saturn.
And then your moon is in the 8th house, a smoldering Taurus moon.
In Pisces, 8th house is the house of Pisces. So, birth, death, and
that?
rebirth.
Like, isn't the 12th house Pisces?
No.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Pisces. Scorpio.
Oh.
8th house. Yeah, that's why. Of course you would say it that
Exactly.
way, right? I'm sorry.
Macabre.
Yes. So 8th house is Scorpio. So it's about birth, death, and rebirth. It's about transformation.
Okay.
It's about power. How do you manage power? How do you handle power? How do you use power, right? And it's an intensity, lots of intense energy. But your Taurus moon is gonna ground some of that. It'll ground it. Because that's one thing Taurus is really, yeah, we'll ground it. We'll ground the energy. But there's some serious lessons to be learned there. And then you look at any of your houses that have what are called stellums, and they have 3 or more planets in a house. That's really important because there's a lot going on there. And that one house can be really important for this incarnation. I have a stellium, my sun, my moon, and Mercury are in the 6th house of Virgo.
Yeah.
So I have all these friends who are Virgos, and I am a pseudo Virgo because I'm swimming in Virgo all the time. When they decided they were doing a Virgo lunch, I was like,
Hello.
Why am I not? Please, honorary guest.
They're like, of course. That's because I'm not
So, I mean, all this, I mean, it's complex, it's deep, right?
Yeah.
Um,
But it's fun. Too.
oh, it is very
It is
fun.
fun.
I'm going to plug you for a second. How can someone through you learn more about this kind of stuff? Can you be booked?
Oh, yeah.
She's
Are you available?
Yeah.
She's
How are you available?
Yeah. Well, you can go on my website and you can make an appointment.
What's your website?
Oh.
I'm plugging you right now.
It's the Path of Being. Pathofbeing.com.
.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you
Okay.
offer astrology, tarot.
Yes. And tarot.
Okay.
Different kind of healing modalities, but yeah. Right now I'm working on a healing. Okay. Okay.
Should we be concerned?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Protocol.
Protocol.
Thank you.
Okay.
Say it again.
Protocol.
Protocol.
A healing protocol.
Yes.
Okay.
I am working on a healing protocol, and it's through the esoteric teachings. It's called the Ancient Wisdom Teachings, but what it is an introduction to the soul, and how do I meet my soul, connect with my soul, and work with my soul. Help me understand and know my purpose and be able to move in that energy. The world is, so we're constantly, energy from that is coming into this planet from other planets. Everything is energy. And sometimes that energy is more intense than others. Right now we have Pluto is in Aquarius, and that's really an intense period for us for the next 26 years. Very revolutionary energy. And that's what I meant by Aquarius. We're not like warm and fuzzy. We're revolutionists. We want change. We want good change. We've gone from the power at top to here we are. We've moved into power to the people. So people are going to have more and more opinions about how they're treated and what is happening in our world, and they're going to start standing up for what they believe to be correct. Humanitarily, we're going to see more and more, but we'll also see huge advances in technology and in medicine. The Industrial Revolution was during a period when Pluto was in Aquarius. So we've kind of got that same thing going on right now.
I think it's apparent
Well,
in the world around
yeah.
us too.
And the thing is how do we learn to balance the energies that are coming in? Like, eclipses kick my butt. I don't know what, like this last one, right? I just
I'm
want
still
to jump
recovering,
out of my
honestly.
skin.
Yeah.
I mean, and so I have, that helps me as long as I'm staying in alignment, as long as I am connected to my soul and I keep myself there. So the idea through esoteric teaching is our soul is like right here. It hasn't taken possession of the form completely because we're still too much of a mess, an emotional mess. And so the idea, humanity, humans,
Yes.
right? And so the idea is through this connection is clearing the pathway. And there's a pathway from the crown chakra to the seat of the soul. It's called the anaconda. And through meditation, what we're doing is we're opening and widening that pathway so that we can start connecting with our soul, so that our soul can start connecting with us. It's an amazing thing the first time you feel her or him. I mean, it's incredible. And it's so soft and so, it just is like, I love it so much, right? I do, and
How do you access that for yourself, or how do you teach other people to do that?
Well, one is the beginning is through everything is through meditation. I mean, but guided meditation, working meditation. So you go into meditation, you breathe into your heart chakra, you open, breathe into your heart, throat chakra open, third eye open, crown open. And then you just take your consciousness and then you just kind of jump there. And you just feel the connection. Now, at first, when I first started learning this modality, I didn't feel anything. So I would drive around, I'd keep my head, hello, are you up there? Can you hear me? And I would root around. That's how I felt like I was.
Are you
Hi,
there,
source,
God?
it's me, Theresa.
Yeah. Are you there, God? It's me, Theresa.
And it's I was constantly up there, like, hello,
Anyone
wake
home?
wake up.
Ringing the doorbell.
Right. And, and I would meditate, and it doesn't, we're not talking about hours upon hours. There is an incantation or an invocation that you say, prayer or invocation. And so when you come here, you say, I am the soul. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am perfect in my design. And the more you do that, and you just allow yourself to be in that space, she awakens or he awakens and then you can feel it. So when I was reading some of the teachings, there was a part where they talked about the fact that it's really hard for spirit, God, source, whatever the soul, whatever you want to call it, to talk to us, to really be able to communicate with us, because we're in such a the earth and gravity is such a dense planet. And they're talking about it. And I was sitting at my desk when I was reading it, and there was an ant. And the ant's running around. But it was annoying me, and I was doing this, try to create a vibration so it would go away. But it wouldn't go away. And it was annoying me because it was like right in my face. And so I stood up and I put my hands on both sides of the desk. And I just said to the ant, you better get out of here or I'm going to kill you. It was so funny because in that moment, I absolutely understood what they were saying to me. It was like them talking to me in the same way that I was talking to that ant. And by the way, the ant wasn't there when I looked down again, right? Because the lesson was taught. So opening your anaconda, and when we meditate, what we're actually doing is we're opening ourselves up to receive. And it's just a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. It is. Our soul is actually a reflection of God. And we are a reflection of our soul. Our soul actually makes us, right? We're made. And then it was the idea that the soul comes in and it becomes like a symbiotic relationship between us and the soul. We know and understand God's purpose and we're able to move into it. So this healing that I'm doing is kind of a class, kind of that I'm working on right now. I think it's like 10 sessions. And to help open those gateways, to help, we have to get back to our hearts, and we have to get back to spirit. And I'm sorry, but I'm not talking about religion, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but there's something more.
Right.
Father Rohr talks about that in the universal Christ. I mean, there's just so much more that we have yet to learn.
Well, I mean, even your just description of the soul being something separate from who we are, and from what it sounds like a mediator between a higher being and ourselves.
Absolutely. That is so good. That's exactly what it is.
That already kind of distance itself, I think, from most maybe traditional religions that say that, okay, well, you are your soul, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are the same thing. Here we have kind of, like I said,
Absolutely.
that mediator, the middle person.
Right.
So,
and that's exactly what it is.
Fascinating.
I love astrology. There is so much to learn about it, and I've been recently getting more into like human design, but I know that that's also kind of connected to astrology too.
It is.
I'm not
because
really
it uses the birth chart. Now, I don't
Yeah.
know a lot about it. I know a little bit, and then of course, what's her name? Zaylene. She did my chart for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I found it really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that we find our pathways, and that's the idea.
Right.
Finding that path for ourselves, because that's one other piece of the tapestry. It's all a tapestry, and we're weaving it as we go. We want to make a beautiful, beautiful tapestry.
Yeah. It's fascinating. It's so much deeper than your Instagram, TikTok memes.
Oh,
you know.
yeah, for sure. I mean, the Taurus memes definitely resonate. I do love a snack in my bed. But, yeah, it's more than that.
So what is your Cancer?
It's my rising sign.
You are the mother.
I mean, it's giving mother.
Mother.
From the
Mother.
soul-centered
Call me
position,
mother.
you are the mother. You give birth to the world.
I mean, it feels right.
Hold that energy. It's
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, I feel like my Taurus sun and moon and Cancer rising offers that energy pretty strongly.
Love it.
Yeah. But I'm like right on the cusp of Gemini. So.
Duality. All things are duality. You have to understand duality. What are we looking at?
That's not the first time this has happened. I know we don't like to talk about it because more things happen when we do, but like you had dishes that were clinking in the sink, you know, like right before we started. So.
Well, thanks for coming today.
Yeah, I had another follow-up question, but I think we're
No, I'm just well, okay, so I have to diverge for a second because it's really been I'm afraid to even talk about it.
Oh wait, are we gonna talk about that?
We're not gonna talk about it. Anyway.
We'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
Well, we can take care of that.
Oh, yeah. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
But maybe it's the season that we're in. But it's
spooky season.
Activity has just been picking up, and nothing crazy, nothing like.
They're not paying rent though.
But sometimes I think there are different kinds of energies that can surround us. Some are there to kind of remind us of something we're not doing or helping us move back. Some are here just to support what we're doing. I have never ever ran into anything that is evil.
Malicious.
No.
I have ran into something that was
Not nice.
Annoying.
It wasn't even that it wasn't nice. It was like I didn't like him.
Oh. There's a personality
Well,
clash.
because he was a jackass.
Well, yeah. That's typically the personalities we
Just an
talk about.
asshole.
Yeah.
And that's why we have protection from asshole candle for sale in the front. You can also buy it on the Path of Being.com.
It was not a nice being. It was not.
It was nasty.
But
Good.
it's gone and we're good.
Good.
But learning how to
Yeah.
release things.
It was interesting. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been talking more about feeling called to do like ancestral work, and
Ancestral work.
yeah, big time. It's just like really just coming to the forefront. And I was talking to a friend, my friend Alyssa, who was on the podcast. She offered a sound bath here last weekend, and her and I have a very similar connection with our spiritual paths. And she was like, well, we were at dinner last week, and she was like, well, you know, like, maybe if you're thinking about it, you should do it. And then I go home, and this never happens, but my TV turned on by itself at 3:30 in the morning, and it woke me up, and I was like, damn, okay. I was like, okay, no, thank you, good night, bye. Have it again the next day at 4:44 a.m. on the dot. I look at my phone, TV's on, I look at my phone, it's 4:44, I'm like, okay, I get it. But then I'm like hearing things like in the room, and I'm like, nope, like, turn it off, down, we're done, I want to go to sleep. I did not sleep. And there's just been like things
From that moment, from when you had that conversation, as things like started, that's when things
it's just
started.
like confirmation. And I think
Right.
and
I
then
think you're right.
and then another evening I had a dream with my grandfather in it, who has passed, and I was like, oh, like, you've been trying to get my attention, clearly, like some subconscious like stuff, like just realizing, okay, I feel called to do this, the activity in my home, which is not common. I'm not just like attracting spirits all the time, you know, but I think it's just a clear understanding, like, okay, there's something to that.
And maybe
Sounds
it's just
like-
an indication that that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And so don't,
Yeah, they're like, don't stop.
follow through. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll keep turning the TV on.
I'll wake you
I'll
up.
keep waking you up in the witching hour if you don't do what I say. But anyway, so I feel like maybe like I'm more open to that, but also it's just been happening. Kelly next door too. Sorry, Kelly, but she's been experiencing some stuff here too. So nothing bad, just
but
like a presence. You can.
I think I've had
clear.
the same thing recently though. I'm sitting on my bed and my electric toothbrush comes on. Just comes on. It isn't nowhere near the charger. It just, I'm like, what is that about? So I have to get up and turn it off. I mean, it was just, but I think sometimes that either it has something to do with what you're working on, or it's just a reminder that the people that you love are around you and that they haven't left.
Yeah.
You know, that they're still here to support you.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm happy they're here. But like, I would like to sleep. I am a Taurus after all. Like, I need my 8 hours.
Turn it back. Get in the back.
Well, I love all the work that you do. I've had readings with you. You've read my chart all the time. Actually, every time I think we're together, you're like, "Let me see that chart again." I'm like, "Yes, tell me all about it." And you can connect with Theresa here at Ritual Space. Come in for readings. Come to our Halloween party. Come network. Come connect in meaningful ways. Knowing astrology in like your chart and even connecting with the tarot just helps in all aspects of life. It helps me, honestly. The biggest way that it's helped me over the past few years is how I show up in my own like career. I have a 10th house in Aries. My Venus is also in the 10th house, and I think my moon's in Taurus, but it's also like in the 10th house as well. And I don't know, it's just been a really cool way to encourage myself to show up in that energy, especially when I'm disconnected from it for whatever reason. So it can help in so many ways. So connect with Theresa here and on her website, thepathofbeing.com. You can connect with us here anytime. Hopefully our ghosts don't scare you away. I almost regret even fucking saying anything, but
I know. That's normally when the trouble happens.
yeah, it's fine. They're super friendly. They just are a little noisy sometimes. And you can catch us here live every Wednesday. Thanks for dealing with our live-ish, our technical difficulties today. And come out for the show on Friday.
Yeah.
You'll see me towards the end, but you'll see a line of great performers leading up to myself And you can purchase those tickets through the Instagram page of Starlight.
We'll link it.
Yep, local business. Support local business.
Yeah, support your local business. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
So cute.